I've just found the portfolio of KSI and all the transactions inside it. And you know what? Something is telling me that he is preparing a new scam. By the way, welcome on Handsome Finance, where we study what's happening on chain, because the blockchain is an open ledger, so we can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money, follow the smart money, and make even more money, and particularly avoid the scam. So don't forget to pour down your little matcha and let's get to it. If you don't know KSI, this is this YouTuber, also known for some boxing style, with a massive following on Twitter and YouTube, and actually as well on his crypto profile with almost 400k followers. That's almost 399k more than I do. 6 hours ago, he tweeted, "Does this still work?" And then after it, we get a bunch of scam coming in the comments. We get some notable profile making some noise. XACD that we will thanks later. I guess bull market is just starting because your favorite YouTubers, influencers are coming in. And we will see why this tweet is really important just a bit later. Because what we will do here is to check all the transactions. If he made money, if he lost money, what is his next bet. And I'm not going to only give you his Ethereum address, but also his Solana address and the process to find it. So be sure to stick around, because otherwise you're going to be the one caught in the dump. I want you to be in the pump. What a great rhyme. One of my favorite ways to find someone's address is to check directly with their NFT. Here KSI use this profile picture. Now, when I search this profile picture on Google, I realized that it's a pixelated monkey DAO. Then my next step is to find all little guy here in the full collection, so I will know who bought it, who sold it, and who is the last holder. We know the hat is green. Get a green top hat. That makes it a lot easier already. The eyes, we know that it's nothing or normal. Okay, known, pretty easy. And now for the clothing, he was wearing something orange. I don't know if it's a jacket, a kimono, or a shirt. It doesn't matter. And we got our guy with the blue hair like this. Let's double check. KSI, blue hair, green background. Got it. Now click on the number. I can see all the transactions. So he bought this pixelated monkey for 500 SOL. By the way, now you can buy those one for 65 SOL. So if you want to buy the dip, I don't know if this collection is going to go back up. Honestly, I'm not an NFT JPEG expert. I'm just good at doing on-chain analysis and finding some alpha. Then my next step is to check who signed the transaction. And there it is. I have the portfolio. I can even check all the JPEGs that he owns. But what I want to see is what are the tokens? Is he making any transfer, any transactions? I can see all the different transactions in the last 7 days and things like that. However, I believe that most of them are spam transactions. So instead, I'm going to check the SPL transfer, and it's the same. It's full of spam transaction. But when you check the portfolio, you can see that all KSI is big on MemeCoin. Got some Pepe in capital and some Pepe in not capital, because it's never enough. And also some Bonk bot. I guess he doesn't even know, but he got airdropped some Bonk for 21k. So don't be surprised if KSI in his next tweet talks about crypto and say Bonk to the moon. And everyone's going to ape in. Not so many people are subscribed to Handsome Finance. That's why probably you should consider doing it and clicking on the notification bell so you get those information before everyone else. Because I don't want you to be left out when he's going to realize he get about 23k. It's a nice dinner for him, or at least a nice ride in a private jet. Why not pumping it then selling it? Before we go into his main portfolio and see how before he dumped on his followers, telling them something and doing the opposite, well, let's check this tweet, because I have to thank XACD as he helped me without knowing it, but he posted this tweet about KSI. So all of a sudden, my XACD bag is looking juicy again. Hodo gang. And then he was dumping on his followers. So I'm going to show you what is this address, what are the things inside this address, what are all the trades. And don't worry, you don't have to try to write all the addresses because I will give you a file for free. You just have a link in the description. You put your email and I email that to you, where you get all the influencers. You get also all the big investment funds, even some of my addresses, some meme traders, some jump trading. You get everything you need. We even got Mr. Beast if you wanted to have his portfolio and know what he's holding. All that for free. Now, let's check this really interesting portfolio that, yeah, it's not that big anymore. Because let's not forget, actually, KSI lost $2.8 million in crypto. He thought he was buying the dip when Luna was crashing, when actually a bit more knowledge could have helped him on how it worked, because Luna was crashing as the protocol and everything behind it was a Fugazi. Now, I don't know if you're a YouTuber specialized in Fugazi as well, then maybe you don't see the other people's Fugazi. But we can't take out from him that he built a massive company during the bear market, which is Prime. He have a lot more money to invest in crypto. That's why like those 2.8 million for him today is nothing. It's peanuts. It's like a rock in the shoes, and he removed his shoes and removed the rock. I will not take away the credit for him to share this publicly. It's really good. But we still remember this and then dumping on them. So this tweet was on the 27th, and it's good because I can see all the transaction and all the history. When on the 27th of March, he tweeted it, "Hodl gang, you check the transaction. Well, it's not beautiful. Selling, 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 selling." So it's Hodl gang for you guys, but for him, it's take profit day. And I decided to check a little bit more. Why was he pumping always XACD and making so many transactions like if he was a trader? The first transaction is a bit strange. He received 50,000 XACD for an amount of $150,000 and also minted some. But the thing is, when I check this transaction, I realized that it was directly from the token. So I can't be sure, I can't make accusation, but I could assume that he was a strategic partner, an influencer, and they say, "Hey, we're gonna send you some free tokens and you pump the shit out of this." Okay, deal. Nothing against it. If he shares when he's buying and when he's selling, honestly, nothing against this. It's everyone who is following him, they are also guilty. They are greedy. They think, "Oh, I'm buying so early because I'm following KSI. So like this, we can dump on the public." When you think you're smart in crypto, usually you're not that smart, even for me. The second thing I saw in this portfolio is, of course, some really strange coin. That's normal. But this TRVL, I was like, what is that? It's some kind of weird Airbnb company that doesn't seem to be working. He received again many times the tokens and for one time decided to buy it. It's quite surprising. And when I checked this TRVL, of course, he was selling it like a maniac. I can see that the money he received, the first transaction, was like a dispatch. They're making some kind of airdrops, or I don't know what's the deal, but they're sending a bunch of money to tons of wallets. So I could decide to check all those wallets and probably assume that this is some other influencers. And my friend, nope, it doesn't stop here. Because in another wallet that I found, he received for almost $500,000 of super. And I was like, what is that? On the 22nd of February, I decided to check what happened on the February 22nd for Super Farm. Now it's called Super. Well, they did IDO. That means it's similar to an IPO. It's just before they launch publicly. So they probably raised some money. But the thing is, I did not find any transaction on that day or around those days where KSI would have sent some money to this IDO. You take the conclusion that you want to take, but again, he received them, sell, he bought some, and then sell, 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 sell. Probably made a tweet about it, I don't know. But when you have this level of influence, why not using it? He received many times some super, I don't know what kind of contract they have. I guess he also deposited to some staking thing, but every time he received, he just sent it back. So again, the launch, February 22, 21, I will definitely check what happened here, because this might be a full pack of influencers again. 112 transaction. I would not be surprised. This is actually something that we found. And then I saw that he sent those super to his Binance account, I guess for selling it. But now you might be wondering, that's great, but you're reading the past, everything is done. Why should I care now? Because if you set up some alerts, like we do in the investors ballroom, you will know when he's buying something or selling something before he even tweets about it. So when he tweets about it, all the crowd that didn't saw this video, that is not subscribed to Handsome Finance, well, they would get dumped on by the people who knew his transaction. And of course, you could apply this kind of stalking skills to dating, and you will be one of the best because you will understand your market. But that's another topic for another video. However, there is something important. If you have been on this channel before, you remember that we saw the super in Mr. Beast portfolio as well. Now, this information to follow the influencers is great. But what I prefer to do is actually to find the smart money, find the people who make a lot of profit in crypto. And like this, I can just copy their trade and understand what they do. Actually, I showed in this video exactly how I made $35,000 in profit in just 24 hours, a little bit more than 24 hours. So check this out, because more than just YouTube likes and YouTube views, this is real money. Anyways, don't forget one thing before you leave. What is it again? Oh yeah, of course. Stay handsome. Ciao.